Alright guys, welcome back to another episode Up and Running. Thanks for watching. Alright, on today's episode we are going to take a look at a 1968 El Camino. We got to do several things to it, so I'm looking forward to it. And we got to do things like some brake work, I think some paint work, some AC work. Should be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. We're going to take this El Camino around the block. He says that he feels like there's an issue with the brakes. Kick the idle down a little bit. So we're going to check that out and see what's going on with it. So it does feel like it goes too far to the floor for my liking. Let's see what happens here. It does seem like it goes a little far down for my liking here. Sorry, I'm trying to drive, not run stuff over. Oh yeah, that does not feel good at all. It feels like the pedal goes way too far down. Now it's starting to rain, of course. Try it again here. Yeah, it feels like there's just way too much pedal travel. So we'll definitely have to take a peek at that and see what the deal is. There's a couple other things we're going to look at on this car. We're going to look at some air conditioning. I think we're going to do a little paint work to it. We have to align the driver door a little bit. The wind caught it and just jerked it a little bit, and so we're going to touch that up. There's a little paint work to do as well. So, and to my buddy Tom in St. Louis, there you go. Look at that bad dog, huh? That thing is sharp, huh? All right, so something we're going to do here is we're going to slide this door back a little bit. It's a little too far forward, and it's kind of hitting the latch kind of funny. So we're going to take the door off the car and then slide the hinges back a little bit. All right, so what I'm doing here is I've got the door completely off the hinges, and then I'm loosening the hinges up. There's bolts back in here. See if we can get back there to see it. There they are. And I'm sliding the hinges forward, and that'll hopefully slide the door back. Now right now I've got the hinges back as far as they go, so if this is not enough, we'll have to put a shim in here between this part of the hinge and the door. So let's get back to work and see what happens. Alright, so I took the die grinder and just oblong those holes slightly, just so there's a little more room in them. And that should give us all the distance we need plus more. So, you know, that should help us be able to completely align this door properly. So, all right, let's bolt it on. All right, so one issue we're having with the El Camino is that when you push the button on the door handle, sometimes it goes all the way in and the door does not open. So we're going to take the door panel off and get in there and see what's going on with that. All right, so another problem that we're having, if you see right up there, there's a big gap between the button. That goes out and pushes that to open the door, and that gap is too big, and it's not letting the door open from the outside. So I have to tweak that a little bit to close that gap up so the door unlocks. It works well from the inside, so let me tweak that a little bit. I'm going to lube it some, and hopefully that'll make it work. Okay, so I got that gap closed up some, so hopefully now it should open. I can't push the button in all the way from here. Oh, there we go, but hopefully it'll work now, so let's try it. All right, so let's close this. I'm going to close it just one tick first. Heard it click. Oh yeah, we're good. Ah, it works like butter now. Bingo.
Together, let the wires hang out, and then we'll figure it out.
All right, yeah, what Ed's talking about, if you could hear him, there's not a plug on the power wires. They just plugged everything in, so we got to figure that out next. So, all right, just one more thing down. All right, so I've got this all figured out, and basically the way this works is it's a two-sided switch. So it's got a driver window and a passenger window, and you saw that one just come off. I'm going to tighten these up a little bit. But what I did is I measured 12 volts on the red wire, and the rest of them showed ground. So I knew at that point the 12 volt needed to be in the center distribution area. And what you can actually do is test that by moving the switch, up or down, and it moves the continuity to the corresponding post on here, and that's how you can tell which one goes where. So if you take, say, this one for example, and you touch it to the power, the window went up, the driver window went up. So I know that's on the up side of the switch on the driver switch, and then we just worked our way through that. So this one right here, touch it, that runs the passenger window down, so I know that goes, right there. So that's kind of an easy way to figure this out. It's not too difficult to do, but I'm going to pull all these off and snug them up a little bit because they fell off real easy. Just softly give them a little squeeze. There you go. It goes back on a lot harder. It doesn't take a whole lot to squeeze those shut, but that way they won't just fly off at random. That one went a little too much, but it'll work. It's just a little harder to put on is all. These are like really opened up. All right, that's it. That's all there is to it. Now I just stick it back in the door. There we go. All right, all done. All right, so I'm going to double check everything I did here. So, keys on, driver door window goes down. Passenger window goes down. I'm going to leave this one down. And then door shuts, nice gaps. Door opens very easily, like butter. Let me check the inside. Opens like butter. Everything's aligned up. I think we're good. All right, so the brakes are kind of spongy on this car, so we're going to take a look at it. First thing I'm going to do is see if there's any fluid in the master cylinder. So let's pop that open and see what we find. Well, they're both full. So that's not it. So then the next thing I would go to is that I think we've got some air in the system. So we're going to bleed the master. This is one of these masters. It's got the bleeders right on it. So we'll do that and see what happens. So I'll give you a little info about the way the brakes work on this car. So this right here is a hold-off valve, and that applies brakes to the rear just slightly before the front. It makes for a better braking experience. And then down there, let me get a light quick. Right down there where you see those lines go to, that's a distribution block, and that diverts the fluid to the front and to the rear. And then if you see there's an orange wire attached to that, that's the brake light switch. All right, hold on. All right, so we're going to open these bleeders and see what we get out of them. That one was a lot of fluid. Let's see what the other one is.
Down.
All right, that one was a lot of fluid as well. I didn't see any air in these. Hold on, keep it down. Okay.
One more time.
Yeah, hold on, I got the wrench stuck on here.
Take your time.
All right.
I can go up.
Yes.
All right, hold in. Down.
Hold on.
All the way down.
All right, no air. All right, so something we did on this is we started it up, put it in gear. I checked the front brakes. The front brakes are working. The back brakes we're getting nothing from. So I'm going to pull the wheel off, take the drum off, and see what's going on with it. They may just be way out of adjustment. Or they may be worn out. They're in real good shape, but they just slid right off.
Yeah, not much of a ridge either.
And the adjuster's all the way in.
But you said the backs did lock up? I mean the fronts?
The fronts did. The backs did not. All right, so I'm going to see if these adjusters move. Let me bring you in here and I'll show you what's going on. So the adjuster right here, that's a self-adjuster. That drum was really loose on this car, so we're not getting any contact. I don't see any fluid or anything like that up there. I think that adjuster is just in way too far, so I'm going to try to back that out. All right, I'm going to get you in here really close so you can see what's going on. What I need to do is rotate that out. Whoops. It's going to be a fair amount because that drum was not, really making any contact. They should drag just a little bit. Oh, even this already is. There's still, can still go a little more. I'm going to rotate the adjuster hole down and just do it from here. Okay, I hear it dragging now. So now I'll pull the wheel off the other side and do the same thing over there, and then we'll try it again. All right, we'll zip this one off. All right. All right, this one's the same way. It looks to be in really good shape. The adjuster's really close in. So I'm going to put this back on and see how it just slid on there. Of course, now it doesn't want to come off. Let me put it on. See, I just slid on. It should be a little harder than that to do. Still nothing yet. All right, that's way better. All right, I feel like they're adjusted right. So we can go ahead and put the wheels back on and see what kind of a difference that made. All right, I'm going to jump in the car, start it up, put it in gear, and we'll see if these wheels stop. Hopefully they do, and that was all it is. Don't want to bang the door on the... So they're stopping now, so this is good, but the pedal still feels soft, so I think we've definitely got something else going on here. All right, so that was definitely an issue. Those adjusters were way too far off. They should be good now. Now we got to figure out why the pedal's going down so far. I don't know if we've got a bad master or if something else is going on. So we'll figure it out. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the master cylinder and see if this is any good or not. I'm going to pull these two lines off and put a plug in, a solid plug, and that master cylinder should be rock hard. And so if it goes to the floor yet or moves, it's it's leaking internally. So that's what I'm going to do, see if I can find some plugs and stop that up. I jump in and see if it's hard or not, and I'll watch if fluid's pouring out or anything. All right, so Ed's going to push the brake pedal. It should be rock hard now.
Yeah, it is.
It's rock hard?
Yeah.
Okay, and nothing came out, so.
Okay. We know our master's good.
That's good. All right, on to the next. All right, we got that all put back together, so now we got to do some more thinking and figure out what to do. I think what's going to happen is we're going to end up bleeding the whole brake system. Hey guys, let's take a look at some viewers' rides. Hey, if you want to see your ride on the channel, send me some good quality pictures of your classic to the email address below. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode Up and Running. Thanks for watching. Be sure to come back next time. We'll keep working on the El Camino. I hope you enjoyed it.